Welcome back, everyone. From shows like What Not to Wear to magazines, we are bombarded with fashion advice. Now two Boston fashionistas are joining the style scene. The well-dressed stylists help you dress for success with everything from personalized shopping sprees to digging through your closet for buried treasures. The fashion police behind Stilista Boston, Maria Vasilevsky and Alice Miles, join us right now. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Now, you two are longtime friends, but you have to tell me, how did you get started with this business?
Well, basically, we've always wanted to do something together. We've both been really interested in fashion ever since we were teenagers. And we really felt that Boston would be a great place to start a real stylist agency so that people wouldn't have to just watch it on TV and then try to fit it into their wardrobe somehow on their own.
Now, Maria, for you, what's the great inspiration for going out and helping these people really, deal with those fashion faux pas?
Because I feel like it's so attainable, and yet people don't always take the time for themselves to do that. They don't always personalize it for themselves when they hear the advice on shows or in magazines. So this is not too different from going to a spa or getting your hair done. You're going to a professional that will teach you and give you some advice on how to put together a great look. And that look gives people so much self-confidence. So it's definitely something that we really believe in.
Well, now take me through the process. When you find somebody who has all those fashion don'ts going for them or going against them, what do you do to take them to becoming, a real fashion plate?
I think usually you just start with the basic needs that a person has. I think usually what happens is when people get in a rut is that they have changes in their life. They change careers, they become a mom, and they put their style and themselves second. And then it's just a roller coaster ride of them just purchasing things that are not really working for them. So you really have to start at the beginning and say, where's your life at now? What are your body image issues? What is your lifestyle needs? Where do you work? What environment do you live in? And I think once you really take that into account, you can adequately find things for the person that they're going to be able to realistically wear and use and still look amazingly stylish at the same time.
Now, Maria, a lot of fashions out there, look great, but some of them have a pretty hefty price tag. So when you're working with someone, should they expect that they really have to make this kind of investment, or are there sort of budgetary ways to do it?
We always talk about budget. In the very first steps, when we talk to someone, we ask them what their budget is, and whatever it is, we work within it. And we've had some very modest budgets, and we're very seasoned at shopping at bargain places and putting together looks that are that look a lot more expensive than they actually are. So it's definitely very attainable. But at the same time, we have the expertise to also outfit people that are into the more upscale stuff as well.
All right, well, we're going to talk a little bit more about fashion. Coming up next, I'm going to go home and get rid of all the pleated pants in my closet. But first, the fashion police behind Stilista Boston take us shopping. Welcome back. Now, be honest. Can you name every piece of clothing in your closet? Do you have that great get that you had to buy but had no idea how to wear it? And what about all those fashion flops that you kicked yourself for buying in the first place? Well, we have help. We went on a mission with the fashionistas behind Stilista Boston. Take a look.
So you don't mind if we just plunge right in?
Like most of us, Paulina's closet is filled with fashion treasures and fashion flops.
Do you have any particular areas in your body that you're not too happy with or that you would try to hide?
Yeah, my stomach area is definitely a huge problem area for me, and my chest area. I'm very short, so I always feel like for someone my height, having a chest as big as mine is something that I try to hide.
This is where Paulina falls into fashion flop number 1. Baggy clothes.
Because even though it feels like you're hiding something, it's actually going to make it more, emphasize it more, make it look a little bigger than it actually is. So, contrary to popular belief, fitted clothing are always going to work better regardless of the size.
And look at the style success when Paulina puts on this well-tailored jacket and jeans. Fit is key, but our stylists say there are ways to make an exception. Wear an oversized sweater with well-fitted pants, or vice versa. Buried further in Paulina's closet, fashion flop number 2. Big prints on petites.
If you want to just throw this on. So, because you're a petite, you have to be careful about what size print you choose. Too big of a print will overwhelm your whole shape, and it will look funny. The rule of thumb that we use for petites is that the print has to be smaller than an orange.
See, something like this is really, really great because it is a simple black pencil skirt, but it has a little bit of interest with these ruffles.
Fashion flop number 3, skirts that are too long or too short.
So this skirt is definitely the perfect length for you. You can see it's hitting you right at the knee, and you really don't want to go any lower than that because it's going to make you appear shorter.
In the end, Paulina has 3 looks that are both flattering and fun. Now, we are joined once again with Maria Vasilevsky and Alice Miles from Stilista Boston, and they brought along some friends. Now, you've got a few styles here. Tell us about these.
Well, the first look we did a suiting look, which everybody, needs a business look that is appropriate for the office. And what we love about this are the little small details that really make it fit great. The pinstripe seaming in the jacket and in the skirt really elongate the body, and we all want to do that. And the blouse is actually an interesting twist on a normal dress shirt where you have a bunch of ruffles and you really don't need to worry about accessories. You can just throw it on. Transitions great into evening. Remove the jacket, you're set to go. The pumps are great. There's a little bit of pattern that goes great with the look, and you can never go wrong with a cool shoe.
Now, how about this outfit right in the center here? It looks very stylish. I like it.
We really like this bag because this bag, it's nice and square, so it's very different from the conventional styles, but in a good way. And this dress is just one color, so that's a nice little detail. The other detail that we like about this are the shoes. So they have a snakeskin texture, but they're also a nice navy blue color. And a lot of people think that you can't do a black bag with navy blue, and that's not always the case. In this case, it definitely works because it adds another color into this otherwise neutral outfit. So.
Now, my favorite color is red. Of course, that's not my style, but tell us about that one.
Oh, you don't want to wear this, Jim?
No, we don't talk about that.
So this is a casual look, and we did a nice dark jean, and I think people a lot of times are hesitant to wear, jeans all the time, but you can do it in a black wash as opposed to a blue wash. It's a nice fitted skinny leg with a pump that has a little bit of texture, and we threw in a color in here because it's always important to have some pop of color or some pop of texture to really brighten up the outfit. It's a great way to do it with a jacket or a coat that really will liven up no matter what you're wearing.
Now, it's always great to talk about the styles for the ladies, but of course the men want a little advice here. So we have our very own graphic guy, Dan. Come on in, Dan. Dan's going to try and show us a little bit of the classic look. Now, you styled him out, and he's looking pretty sharp here. What are you working with him?
Well, first of all, we should say that all the clothes are from Reese. So the men's look over here that we're going for is a semi-dressy look that could be dressed up or down by changing certain pieces. So the jean that he has on is a nice current wash, but it's not too trendy where you couldn't wear it with a jacket like he's doing right now. But at the same time, he could dress it down with a plain tee. He also has a great boot that has a little bit of a, again, a little bit of a snakeskin texture, but not too far out there, so it's not too fashiony for the guys that don't want to get too daring with their fashion. The other thing that we do a lot with our clients is the layering. So the more you layer, the more detail you add to the outfit.
Some great styling here on him. You're going to be looking pretty sharp this weekend, Guy, right? Thanks for joining us. And be sure to leave those in wardrobe, okay? I'm going to take a chance here. Do I make the cut very quickly today?
You make the cut.
I feel so glad about that. Well, I want to thank you for joining us today. It's been a pleasure having you here. And I also want to thank you at home for joining us. We will see you next week at 6:30. Until then, everybody, have a great week. We'll see you next time.